we all speak English? Every March 23rd of the year. This year's the national prayer is the second stanza of the national anthem. I will employ everybody.
On behalf of the management and staff of the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, commemorate with you for this year's celebration of World Met Day with the theme Ocean, Climate and Weather. As described earlier by my dear colleagues, the World Met Day is celebrated globally by more than 190 World Met Organization member states, which Nigeria is also part of, on the 23rd of March annually, to commemorate the coming into force the convention establishing WMO on 23rd March 1950, with a carefully chosen theme to showcase the essential contribution of national met and hydrological services to the safety and well-being of society and reflect topical weather, climate, or water-related issues. As you may be aware, the 2021 this year to 2030 is the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. So this theme is carefully chosen to now link with this United Nations Decade. To highlight the importance of role of WMO and National Met and Hydrological Services, NMHS like Nimet in ocean science, the 2021 World Met Day is therefore a registered activity of the United Nations. So we are not doing anything in isolation here. WMO also at the Secretary General level also held a similar virtual interaction with different stakeholders across the world. For this year's theme, the ocean, our climate and weather, the science of weather and climate is never complete without adequate knowledge and reference to the ocean. As we mentioned earlier, 70% of the total coverage on this planet is ocean. The ocean therefore plays a critical role in weather occurrence and different time scales, including the changing climate and its variability. As highlighted by the WMO section, the ocean covers about 70% of the Earth's surface, performing therefore a major role as a driver of world's weather and climate. And the global economy carries more than 90% of world trade and sustaining the 40% of humanity that lives within 100 kilometers of the coast. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the National Meteorological and Hydrological Service, researchers including academia from our sister academic organization and research centers around the globe continuously monitor the ocean and how it is changing, modeling how it affects the atmosphere in order to deliver services that will support marine, coastal management, weather, climate predictions, and safety of life at sea. Amidst the increasing threat of changing climate, including weather and climate extremes, it is essential for national meteorological community to pay more attention to the development of weather and climate services with a special focus on marine and ocean-related activities. My good brother, Dr. Lawal, is here. He's very much into models understanding some of this relationship. The water level across the world ocean, including the one along the coastal belt of Nigeria. Also, for information of our student, Nigerian coastal line stretches to about more than 800 kilometers, about 835 kilometers long, which is quite very long. The implication is increasing danger of coastal erosions. We've been witnessing this. The Lagos Bar Beach of 1980 and the Lagos Bar Beach of present day is quite different because of some of this incursion and erosion. We've been witnessing storm surges, stronger ocean waves, and swells excavated by global temperature increase. The increasing intensity and frequency of convective storms and gusty winds are influenced by air-sea momentum and heat exchanges aggravated by global warming. Hence, to secure lives and property along this coast and also mitigate the impact of climate and weather extremes and contribute positively to the socio-economic lives of our nation's populace, there is need for huge investment in met and hydrological services, very inevitable. When we come down to Nimet in specific, over the years we support from the federal government under the Federal Ministry of Aviation. We've been investing hugely on meteorological data generation, as made mention by Engineer Milad Yusuf, both along the coast and inland. So we have increased our MET station from less than 100 to over 200 observation stations under partnership with several institutions. Nimet, as at today, has over about 10 marine MET stations along the coast, and we are still working hard to also, I think it's one of the focus of the agency now, to focus more on marine. So we will do more on this. The data generated from here are so critical for past assessment and future predictions, including nowcasting. And even the one we've generated earlier, I think Directorate under Engineer Miladi are also working on archiving the data so that we establish a national database, national climate database, which will be used to make long-term forecasts, do analysis on return period of drought, flood, and other extreme events. And it could also be used by other organizations like NEMA and other stakeholders. To support national and regional development, NAMET continues to render services to marine sector, including oil and gas. We want to do more on this. However, we also do provide range of products and services which cut across all weather-related sectors. So we're into per minute per second operation in aviation. We provide short-term, long-term into agriculture. Our seasonal climate prediction, our bulletin that Miladi mentioned earlier. We also provide advisories to tourism, defense, and water resources management. Most of the operations, airport operations, even in the Northeast, relies on our forecast during the operations. Telecommunication and other sectors also, we provide range of products, especially based on demand. Miladi made mention of these products, including flood, drought, bulletin, seasonal climate prediction, and which provide early warning system containing rainfall and temperature outlook. So inbuilt here, we also provide other climate and health advisories, and now we have come up with a climate and health bulletin. So all this is to now cover and give professional advices on weather and climate to all these sectors to help improve the economy. So because we want a situation whereby all sectors plan their operations based on the knowledge of weather and climate because of the importance of this. NIMET, in fulfillment of its mandate and in line with the standards and recommended practices of WMO and IMO, as well as ICAO and related organizations, we are ever committed to providing timely, accurate, and quality meteorological products. Of course, this is our mission and vision and services, especially early warning advisories, as made mention by WMO, and even the early warning we are doing in providing impact-based, and not only to say that it will rain over Kaduna, but how much amount of rain will fall in Kaduna, and could that trigger any extreme event or flood, etc. So most of our focus are now shifting into impact-based. Especially, we are strengthening our numerical weather prediction unit in order to assist in doing this. So we all do this to promote sustainable development in the country. On a final note, the science of weather and climate is not only limited to activities within the atmosphere, but include also land and the cryosphere, which must not be ignored. So on this note, I welcome all of us and employ that please let us all be weather-wise in our activities. Thank you very much.